Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt. I've got opinions on stuff.
What's going on, man? My name's Ray. I've got opinions on things, too. I'm feeling a big pump swell today, bro. My arms are looking jacked. Look at this guy. He's been working out, getting all jacked up. I'm loving it, man. This is awesome. What's up, Carl Kripe out in Hawaii? What's up? So here's the deal, man. Welcome to Plausible Foolishness, man. This is the show. This is what you come to see every single week. This is why you show up, man. I saw on the Facebook feed the other day.
Oh, yeah?
This time last year was our 8th episode.
Wow.
Dude, we're blowing that away.
Yeah, we are.
We're blowing that away now, man. We're so much more sophisticated now, man. So much more sophisticated. We got like the lighting. Yeah. It's classed up. Life's good. I mean, it's ridiculous, man.
This thing.
Oh yeah.
Got the high quality video camera.
And you know why? You know why we have these things? Well, this is why. People are following us on social media. Thank you for following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, soon to be TikTok. That's coming down the pipeline. We got to get the younger kids too. Okay, we're gonna be live TikTok here pretty soon. And for the Patreons, we are so grateful that you spend your hard-earned money on us. I don't know why you do it, but you do it. You apparently like what you're hearing, so. We're going to continue to bring you awesome content, great energy every Wednesday or Thursday night, depending on when we can do it. But guys, we're going to do it weekly, which is exciting, and it's
we're going to work on consistency.
Consistency. Hey, well, at least we do it once a week, right now. You know
that is true. We're consistently once a week.
And here's the thing: if you blow us up on YouTube, which we want you to watch anyways, if you get us over 1,000 people, guess what? We start getting monetized, and then we can do this more often, man. Then I can be like, I can look at mommy and be like, baby, we're making money. We're making the money the show. We're making money off the show. We can keep this thing going until Glenn Beck calls us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Ben Shapiro. Or Matt Walsh. I would love to do a show with Matt Walsh. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of good things going on with us, man. So, but here's the deal: make sure you like us, subscribe on all of our social media platforms. Make sure that if you really like us, check us out on Patreon. Because if you do donate, you get the 5th degree afterwards, which is so much fun. This is our PG-13 version. It gets a little rated R at the other level, which is a lot of not too rated R. It's we're Christian guys, but it'll get the same rated R.
Yeah.
It'll get the same rating as, what is that, Unplanned movie?
Unplanned.
Which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. So it's the same level of rated R, if that makes sense. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share us on YouTube, because here's the deal. I'm going to do a 10-minute cycle on Instagram right now. Then I'm going to flip to Facebook. And then I'm going to flip to TikTok for all the young kids. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. That's where you're going to get the best content. You're going to get the fun sound bites. And you're going to get the best content possible, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
They didn't hear that.
What? They didn't hear it? Yeah, because
they're not on YouTube.
Well, they're not on YouTube right now. Yeah. So right now, Carl Kripe, McDaniel, flip over, man. You got to go over. You got to go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share over there. And Kripe, acknowledge the fact that you're about to get your pump gains on right now. Diesel. So here's the deal. Hollywood, man. Hollywood. Now, we are huge fans of Hollywood here on the show, right?
Gosh, yeah.
Huge fans. We love Hollywood. We love everything about Hollywood.
Today is Hollywood Mania.
Yay! That's an honor.
Nothing but great things to say about Hollywood.
I know, but that's an honor of WrestleMania, which is going on this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Sunday night.
And we get a party. We are having a party.
We're gonna
live predictions.
Yeah, we're gonna do live predictions on probably Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And
Carl Kripe's gonna lift up. He's gonna lift first before he jumps up. We appreciate you, Carl, man. We love that, man. Get your swole patrol on, bro. But dude, we're having a party, a little WrestleMania party, man. You excited about that?
Oh yeah.
You all jacked up about it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Speaking of WrestleMania, Kyle Steve joined us on Instagram as well. Kyle, jump over to YouTube, bro. What are you doing?
Come on, man. Subscribe.
Come on, man.
Subscribe.
So it must be that Texas thing. But anyways, it's all good. We got Hawaii, we got Texas on the show. We're like all over the country.
We're international.
We're all over the country today. We're international.
That was on purpose. Okay.
International. Well, there's 3 Mexicos according to Fox. Did you see that over the weekend? Did you see that? An intern messed up on the thing, and like CNN jumped on it, like fake news. But anyways, CNN, you're so bad. Did you see their ratings? Sorry, this is a side. Have you seen the ratings lately?
No.
So the Trump collusion thing goes away. Their ratings tanked. Like Maddow was getting like 2 million views and stuff like that. Now she's getting like 600,000 people like immediately. Like Fox is tripling up their numbers and everything like that, and it's hilarious to watch.
It's almost like WWE ratings.
It's like WWE. It's great, and I'm enjoying it, which is a lot of fun. Kyle Steve's jacked up. I love it. So here's the deal, man. We love Hollywood. We love it so much. You watch every Oscar, right?
Oh gosh. No.
No?
No, I don't.
Do you watch
I
TMZ? You watch some TMZ?
No.
No? No.
No.
What about like Extra and like Inside Edition and any of that stuff? No?
Are those still on the air?
Yeah. You know what I love about Hollywood? I love the original storytelling. I absolutely love the fact that there's no prequels or sequels out every second. I love the fact that there's movies besides superhero movies that are out there right now.
Yeah, no.
Oh wait,
I don't really care about any of those.
Everything I just said was a lie. But yeah, I mean, here's the deal, man. Question: if you're on YouTube, Plausible Foolishness. Look for the microphone that's hanging from the ground for the people that are asking on Instagram. If you go to YouTube, Plausible Foolishness, hanging mic, white deal, you'll see this Jewish guy and a black guy on the show. That's us. So check us out. What? We have to listen. If we don't give you a minority status, they'll Joe Biden you, bro. They will Joe Biden you. Okay,
That's true.
They will. They'll Joe Biden you. They'll eat you alive. But anyway, I'm just kidding.
I am a creeper too. No, I'm just kidding.
Creepy. What? You have one of these like slow like. Here, you want to smell my beard? Oh, creepy Joe. But anyways, Hollywood, we love you so much. I mean, listen. You're the ones that tell us all the time that global warming is going to end, like in the world, in 12 years, and we listen to you hardcore. We're the ones that listen to Leonardo DiCaprio get his Oscar after he just flew across the country, emitting lots of emissions, and then had the gall to tell us that we should reduce our emissions and reduce what's going on. So, Hollywood, we love you for that. We love the fact that you think that every single... Go ahead.
I love it when millionaires preach at me.
Oh, it's the best. It's the
about
best.
the wonders of, things like socialism.
Oh, yes.
Or, how much they
Democratic
care
socialism.
about the people.
Democratic socialism. That's funny. Everybody is turning yellow, man. What are you talking about, bro? We got some live feeds on Instagram, man. Love you, man. Switch over to YouTube. Lots of fun, man. Sorry, keep going.
But, I mean, I just love being preached at by these people.
That's the best. It's the
about
best.
how morally superior they are.
Yes.
And how morally inferior I am.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
And then we get, like, things like the Nexium cult.
Uh-huh.
And, Weinstein. Our god Weinstein.
Oh yeah, Weinstein's the best, man. I mean,
and
you know what I love? I love when they say that every woman should be believed. Every single woman should be believed. I mean, that's what it is. If a woman comes up with an accusation of rape, it should be believed, right? We saw that with Kavanaugh. We saw that with Trump, right? And what's ironic is the beautiful thing about Hollywood, they're really good at switching sides. When Joe Biden, on video, doing creepy stuff with kids and women start doing the same thing, well, guess what happens? Oops. The morality changes. I love their hypocrisy. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite part of the Hollywood.
Awesome.
I just love it, man.
Oh, it's so good.
I love how they tell us that they're so moral and they're so righteous, but they're the ones that get divorced every second. And it's weird. They have like a bunch of kids out of wedlock, and they do a lot of drugs.
It's morally superior for marriage to mean nothing, right?
Oh, yes. And it's morally superior to be on drugs all the time. It's morally superior to, partake in satanic rituals. What? Did I say that? Sorry.
It's morally superior to play fair, right?
It's morally superior to have sex with little kids, like a lot of the pedophiles that are over there. I mean, it's morally superior. And I love that. They tell us about that.
But it's also morally superior to play fair, right?
Of course. You gotta play fair.
Which is why it's interesting that Hollywood seems to have a problem with Netflix.
Oh, weird. What's wrong with Netflix?
Well, there's
I mean, it's part of Hollywood, right? Right?
Well, you would think. Right? I mean, it is. It's pushing all the leftist values.
Of course.
You got our beloved Obamas on the board.
Ooh. Obama. Gotta love that Obama.
Man, they're
he's so much fun.
Isn't he just so cool?
Yes.
God, he's so cool.
He's the best.
Man.
He was so cool. And he had a scandal-free presidency. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100% scandal-free.
Benghazi, Fast and Furious, Iran deal. But, he was completely, Yeah,
anyway. So Netflix is awesome.
Netflix is the best.
Except that they're actually blowing the movies out of the water.
What? You mean more people are willing to spend $10 a month and get unlimited access to content that they actually want to watch versus spending 25 to go watch Humping Nemo? Is that what you're telling me?
Grinding Nemo.
Grinding Nemo. Gotcha.
Or The Shape of Water.
Oh, that's what the movie is called. Okay, sorry, my bad. There were more. And then what won the Oscar this year? What won the Oscar?
Is it Green Book?
Green Book. Is that like the Green Mile?
No.
Is it the sequel to the Green Mile?
They both star a black person.
Okay, cool. Good start.
Yeah.
Good start. And I'm assuming it had to do with racism at some point, right?
Yes.
Oh, no way! It's like I can write it. And let me guess, the black guy was gay in the movie too, wasn't he?
He was.
No way!
That's my understanding.
Like, I've never seen that movie before, like the Oscars before. Like the same exact movie.
What was it called? Moonlight?
I don't know. Nobody saw it.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Nobody saw it. So, like, more real people actually watch Netflix. They watch real stuff. Did you see that Netflix spent $100 million to extend Friends for 1 year? Did you see that?
No.
Look that up afterwards.
To extend, like, the contract?
Yeah, because they were going to cancel Friends this year. They extended the contract for Friends for 1 more year.
Wait a second. Like, they can run the seasons of Friends.
Yes.
Friends isn't on the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. To continue running all 10 of the seasons on Netflix, they spent $100 million for that. It's almost like
90s television is better than...
It's so weird. It's like,
than
we would prefer nostalgia than every story be about racism and a black gay guy doing something in our movies.
Intersectionality.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, we want to see Ross and Rachel on a break more than humping Nemo.
We were on a break!
We would rather see that. It's so weird. It's like, we want to watch good quality stuff. I'm waiting for, like, Thundercats to be on Netflix, and then you won't see me for about a week. So, Thundercats is like, oh, sorry, I'm excited about that. Like, even He-Man got me for a little bit for a while there. But I would rather watch that than most of the crap that they're pumping to us in the movie theater.
That's the thing. It's like, in reality, we're in a kind of a renaissance of television art form. There's really good shows.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the crap. I mean, we still have to wade through the leftist crap.
Okay. Yeah.
It's still there.
True.
But it's like compelling.
Okay.
And now here's the thing. I love going to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
I love going to the movie theaters. I feel like it's an experience that's, unparalleled. Like, you can't really reproduce that in your home.
Yeah.
But what movie do I want to see? I want to see the Marvel movies, and they're starting to taint that with their, with their agenda.
Oh yeah, man. Come on, bro.
The DC movies are terrible.
Did you try to sneak that in on me real quick?
Yes, I did.
First of all, here's the problem. Now, I would normally agree with your statements, and I usually do a plausible foolishness. I will wholeheartedly agree, but you have to go to old shows when we battled this out many a times. Yes. But you can't honestly say
the current crop of DC movies aren't that great.
But problem here's the problem, my friend. You have to do this, okay? Did you see the Joker trailer by any chance?
I haven't seen it. My wife watched it. I haven't seen it yet.
If you can still listen, bro. I listen. I get it.
I'm nervous about it.
The moment you look at the trailer and realize, listen, say what you want about Joaquin Phoenix. He's a crazy charlatan. I get that. Whatever. But dude, it looks so good.
I think he's a good actor.
He's a great actor. I loved him in Walk the Line. I loved him as Perseus. Perseus in was it Perseus? What was his name? What was his the Caesar? He was a Caesar in Gladiator.
Marcus Aurelius, was it? No, that was his father, I think.
Anyways, Gladiator. He was great in Gladiator, and he was great in Signs. Loved him in Signs. He's good in a lot of movies, man. But it looks good. But anyways, back to the point. Like, honest to God, how many of you actually go to the movies for something besides a prequel, sequel, or superhero movie anymore? Isn't that disturbing? That's the only amount of money. That's what we're willing to spend money on. That's what we're willing to spend money on. We'll spend money on things that we know should be okay. We'll spend money on superhero movies, and Hollywood knows this. And this is why they make those big budget films. But the problem is, the art section of Hollywood, the art section of movies, is every movie is here's what it is. This is what wins Oscars. You ready for it? A war feature film that has Nazis in it, or a super intersectional character doing some obligatory whatever it is. And that's what we're supposed to enjoy. Unfortunately, that's not art. It's not.
That's snooze fest.
It's boring.
Now, and here's what's interesting, though. So we were talking about playing fair.
Yeah.
What they're doing, Steven Spielberg is spearheading this movement that apparently Helen Mirren has
Helen
just
Mirren.
jumped on.
Helen Mirren?
Yeah, she said she's
good
quoted
looking
as
lady,
saying, "I love Netflix, but F Netflix."
Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren.
What? She said that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And
If she said it, then it's got to be true.
real, I mean, I
What?
guess. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the Academy
Okay.
to exclude streamed content.
Oh, yeah.
If it originated on Netflix or Hulu or
Pish posh.
or Prime,
Yeah.
it doesn't qualify for the Academy Awards.
Wow.
That's what they're trying to make happen.
Oops.
And it's like anybody, makes their decisions on what to watch from the Academy Awards.
But I do. I do an Oscar party like all my other people in the industry friends in L.A. that,
No, you
worship at the seat of Lucifer
No,
give into my leftist
don't-
diatribes.
no.
I don't.
You don't
I don't
do
do that.
that.
Oh yeah, no,
That's all-
most people don't.
You're
but yeah,
lying. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of Oscar parties even here in
sure.
in Orlando, but that was like 10 years ago.
yeah. Problem is,
Who's watching it nowadays?
nobody is.
Nobody.
And the ratings show that.
Yeah, the ratings show it.
About the same
So
amount
it's
of
like,
people watch.
so
Rachel
how
Maddow.
is that a punishment for Netflix? Like Netflix even gives a crap.
They don't care.
No, people aren't watching us because we won Academy Awards
Nope.
or Emmys or anything.
Keep them.
They're watching it because we make interesting content.
Yeah.
And even then, it's still,
This is
plagued by leftist talking points.
well. I mean, here's the thing: the Emperor has no clothes. Hollywood has no clothes anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care about Academy Awards. I don't care about Grammys. It's funny.
I do want to see movies in the movie theater. I just want to see good movies in the movie theater.
Sure.
I love going to the movies.
Sure, but
Just start making movies that I want to see, and I'll be there. Well, I also have kids, so I won't be there as often as I'd like to be. But
you got the cheering.
yeah, I got the children.
The cheering, I got you. But still, you know what I mean. But you're wearing your shirt right now, Mr.
Yeah.
Incredible. You spent money to go watch that movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
You knew it was going to be good. But guess what? It was a sequel and a superhero movie. Boom! That's going to get you money. But like, if you want some original, like I was talking to somebody about this online the other day. Like, you'll probably disagree with me, but I think the last great year of movies was 2000 when The Matrix came out. Man, when The Matrix, Fight Club. There's a lot of them that came out that same year. But there was like original storytelling, like Fight Club's an original story. The Matrix is an original story. Now everybody craps on 2 and 3.
They're
Whatever,
wrong.
they're wrong. I think they're awesome. But anyways,
They are wrong.
I agree with you on that, my friend.
That's definitive.
100% wrong.
2 is actually the best of the 3.
I actually cannot refute that. Can't refute that, actually.
I know, because it's true.
Some of the best. The thing for me is the Matrix, like philosophy in 1 is awesome.
Oh, for sure.
The action and the story of 2
blows
awesome.
1 blows your mind.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it blew my mind.
Oh yeah.
And I actually went into the second movie, and I saw it, and I was a little disappointed when I walked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? I mean, why was I disappointed? Why was that? And then I realized I went in there expecting it to blow my mind again. How can it do that? My mind is already blown.
Only do it once.
It's just taking me further down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Then I rewatched it, and I was like, this is an excellent movie.
Yes. Well, it's a movie that gets better every time you watch it.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Endgame doesn't do that
Even
for
with
me.
the crappy graphics by today's standards,
But
you know?
who cares? Who
Yeah.
cares? Because an actual story's being told. Just like wrestling. The wrestling doesn't have to be great as long as the story's being told. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Sorry. WrestleMania this week. So like, here's the reality of the situation. Everything's CGI, everything's prequel, sequel, blah, 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 that actually makes money. And we keep going to that because that's what we enjoy watching. But the funny thing is the Oscars don't ever give love to those types of movies. Ever.
No.
The Oscars will not touch Glass. I thought Glass was one of my favorite movies I've seen in the last year. Just to be honest with you, I thought Glass was excellent. But here's the problem: it was a sequel in a superhero movie again. Now, it wasn't the intention. There's a great story,
and you know, there's a lot of like stigma, like, oh, it's a sequel, you know.
Well, sequels are good. I mean, I like sequels.
I like sequels too, but there's a lot of talk of people who they crap on sequels.
Yeah,
you know, and
your wife's watching, man.
Hi, baby.
He's really here. I say, see you on Sunday.
They crap on sequels, and that's because you get sequels to like junk movies.
Yes.
So you get like, you know, the Ninja Turtle sequel, and you're like, why did they make a sequel to this?
Yeah.
The first one was awful.
Yeah.
You know, that happens too often.
True.
But, you know, a great sequel, like, I want to have, like, that's what's great about the MCU.
What was
it's been
Reloaded?
10 years.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years of essentially sequels, because we're always, no matter if it's a new story, it's in the same universe. We're coming back to that universe.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
It's a story that
it's one overarching story for 10 years. That's awesome.
And most of the movies are okay. Most of them are okay. They're not bad. Because it makes sense in the superhero genre for sequels and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But my point is, it's funny that is.
Yeah. Well,
that's going to be the definition of this time.
Yeah, we can't get a movie that is original
story.
And
I don't know if we could handle that. But here's the thing: do you know where they are telling original stories?
We can. You know, I mean.
But guess what?
For all intents and purposes, Glass is an original story.
It is an original story.
Sure, it's a superhero movie and a sequel, but it's not based on something that from culture, or a movie from the 80s, or a TV show from the 80s.
It was straight from M. Night Shyamalan's Dome.
Yeah.
The original movie wasn't even a superhero movie. It just fell into a superhero movie.
Then you got Christopher Nolan doing the same thing.
Yeah, dude.
It's still out there.
I mean, Dark Knight, one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
not an original story.
But superhero.
But if we're talking original stories, he does do that.
Yes.
You know, Inception,
Interstellar.
Yeah,
I love Interstellar. I like it. But here's the thing. Original movies. Do you know where they're telling original stories? Hey, Netflix.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. They're telling original stories over there. So, shocker. Not only that, but original stories people will watch because it's from an economic standpoint, it makes more sense. I'll take a risk on an original story when I'm only paying $10 a month for it. You know what I mean? I'll take a risk on that.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm
the
paying $10 a month for all of their content.
Yes.
And so I can see whatever I want.
Exactly.
It's called choice. Rather than $10, you know, every time I go. And like they tried to do a similar thing with that movie. What was that? Movie Pass. You know, but they just couldn't get it viable. So it's not like. Used to be like, you know, you could go every day and see one movie.
Yeah.
For $10 a month. And now it's like, you know.
You got blackout dates?
I don't know if it's blackout dates or if you can only do like one a week or something like that, you know.
They limit your consumption.
Yeah, it just was, I guess it was too expensive.
It's like when they got rid of the supersize, man. At McDonald's made me sad.
Oh, gosh.
The fat boy in me got sad. But anyways, but here's the other thing. Why do I want to pay money to hear that white people are bad? That's every original movie now. White people are bad, white people are racist, white people are this, white people are that. And at the end of the day, like, I don't want to pay money to see that anymore. Just to be honest with you. I don't want to pay money to hear at every movie, mark my words, they always crap talk Ohio and Florida. They always crap talk Ohio and Florida. Now, Florida, because they're jealous, because we get the same weather they get in California, but we don't have to pay nearly as much for it.
Do we really get the same weather?
Well, I
think it's much more humid here.
Yeah, it's way more humid, but the trade-off is, and nobody thinks about this, you freeze your, this is the PG-13, I can't say. Tuchus, that's a good word. Well, very Jewish, too, so gotcha. Sup? But yeah, you freeze your tuchus off at nighttime. You just do. It's just how it goes, man. Because it's cold at night, it's warm during the day. But Florida, it's warm all the time, baby. You can go skinny dipping whenever you want to around here. Stay away from the gators. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they hate on Ohio and Florida. Why? Because they're probably more conservative, and there's you know, it is what it is. It's got a conservative tilt to it. So we're not quite brainwashed like we are on the coast over there. You know what I mean?
Now here's an interesting thing with this whole Netflix ban by the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Department of Justice stepped in.
What?
And they sent a letter warning them that if they try to do this, they might run afoul of some antitrust laws.
The government is trying to impose its will on something.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
That's weird.
It's weird.
It's almost like the government is overstepping or something. Hey, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, make sure you switch over to YouTube. You get the full effect, you get the full deal, the full graphics, and all that fun stuff like that. We appreciate you for watching on Facebook Live, but switch over to YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. Flip over. Search
Plausible Foolishness.
Plausible Foolishness. We're on there right now. You get the graphics, and we look a lot better than the pixelated stuff that's going on right now, man. So switch over. Anyways, back to my point, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So the DOJ is overreaching.
Mm-hmm. So to make sure that the streaming companies can be represented in awards shows that nobody watches or cares about.
Yeah, it's weird.
It seems a bit of a overreach.
Well,
but then at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. You know,
I think there's multiple levels going on here.
Yeah.
Well, one, there's government overreach. The Academy can continue to reward the same movie where the black gay guy does something weird the whole time that nobody watches, and they'll keep doing that. They're more than welcome to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what they do. Those are the kind of movies that they reward, or something to do with the Holocaust. Either one, that's fine. You can keep rewarding those type of movies. There's nothing wrong with that. It's America. You're free to do those things. It's hilarious to me that the DOJ is trying to, in a way, try to seem inclusive and blah, blah, blah to Netflix, step in and say, oh, yeah, you need to include these guys, or you'll be guilty of monopolization. But what it smells like to me, sorry, the conspiracy theorist in me, you know what I mean?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
The info warrior in me is pretty simple. This is not by coincidence. This is, the Oscars are like, hey, nobody watches this anymore. DOJ, can you drum up some drama for us and say that we have to include Netflix so we get more eyeballs to the Oscars? Let's get real with ourselves. That's the whole ploy. Hey, let's bring over the people that are actually smart and not watching the Oscars and try to get them over to our crappy Trump hating hour. What is it, 3 hours now? 3 hours long of Trump hate and blah 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 for whatever to get more eyeballs over there. You know, that's all this is. DOJ's not going to hit the Oscars up for monopolization. They're not going to do that because they suckle at the teat of Baphomet there in good old Satan town called L.A. They love. Sorry, I wouldn't really Alex Jones on that one. If you're watching on Facebook, you missed an amazing transition with the X-Files music, so you gotta switch over. And I'm kicking you guys off on Facebook. Love you. Go to Plausible Foolishness, man. See you guys over there. But yeah, man. I mean, it's Robbie, switch over to YouTube, man. That's where we're at right now. But anyways, it's interesting, man. It's an interesting play.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't think Hollywood has much of a interaction with Trump's DOJ.
Sure. Not at all.
But
is it Trump's DOJ or is it just swamp people hanging out?
That's all. That's a good point.
I mean, let's get real with ourselves.
The AG is Trump's.
Sure.
Maybe a couple other people, but mostly it's just bureaucrats who've been there forever.
It's the swamp, man. It's swamp people. It's the swamp.
That's something to consider. Yeah,
100%. 100%, man.
Either way, it's all ludicrous. Nobody gives a crap about the Academy Awards. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if they win who wins awards for what.
Sure.
It's pointless
dribble.
Self-congratulatory drivel.
Self-congratulatory. That's true.
We're all tired of watching millionaires congratulate each other on how amazing and awesome they are.
Oh yeah.
But they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
They're just like us, except worse.
Yeah, money just
richer.
Yeah, I mean, it's no diss on people in LA. I lived in LA for 2 years. I mean, there's some good people out there.
Sure,
there's good Christian people out there.
There's good people everywhere.
There's good people everywhere.
There's bad people everywhere.
I know, and the problem.
But they seem to concentrate in Hollywood pretty, considerably.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's almost like it's almost like something's drawing them there. You know what I mean? It's almost as if there's another agenda, which kind of brings us to our next point. There's another movie that came out this week, isn't there?
Yeah.
What movie came out this week,
It's
my man?
called Unplanned.
Oh, is that a superhero movie?
No.
Oh, it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not a superhero movie?
No, it's not. It's the movie. It's a movie about a woman named Abby Johnson.
Okay.
Have you heard of her?
I have. She is the former girl with Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah. That girl.
Used
yeah,
to
gotcha.
be an advocate and employee of Planned Parenthood.
Now, Planned Parenthood, that's the place where
now
they...
a pro-life activist.
Yeah, that's where they save babies? Is that where they... Like, you come in pregnant
they
and they
save
help you...
babies to be sold for body parts.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that one. Gotcha. Very cool. We're really for those guys. Oh, wait. I've got the noise. So, this is a pro-abortion movie, right?
No, it's a pro-life movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's about her journey.
They have those nowadays?
Activist to from advocate pro-abortion advocate to pro-life activist.
Interesting.
And there's been some controversy over this movie. Go figure.
What kind of controversy? What are you talking about, bro?
Well, first of all, it's got a rated R rating, which is really interesting.
Like rated R superstar, like Edge back in the day?
No.
Oh, no, like that?
Like rated R, like, you have to be 18 and up to go see it. Or with a parent.
Because there's gratuitous sex in it?
Actually, I think you just have to be 18 and up. I think rated R, even with a parent, you can't get in, right?
Interesting.
Anyway, so, interesting note, in some states, you can't see this movie without the consent of a parent.
Oh.
But you can go get an abortion without the consent of a parent.
Wait, say that. Say that again. That was gold.
You can go see the movie. You can't see the movie unplanned.
Okay.
Without the consent of a parent, but you can go and get an abortion without the consent of a parent if you're under 18.
No bias there, man. No bias there at all, man.
No. Now there are some scenes that are, graphic.
Yeah, but why would it be graphic? It's just planning a pregnancy, right?
Yeah, it's just a medical...
procedure.
Just a medical procedure.
Yeah, I mean, why would that be graphic?
Because they actually show what it actually is.
They're
showing where...
They're just vacuuming a little blob of fetus out, right? That's what they do?
No, they're actually, like, ripping limbs off of a baby.
Wait a minute, they said abortion was just the fetus. There's limbs?
Well, it's a baby.
There's, like, fingers?
Yeah.
And, like, heartbeats?
Well, definitely a heartbeat. Usually by the time you find out you're pregnant, the heart is already beating.
And brain activity?
Definitely.
So, left on its own devices, it would become one of us?
Unequivocally.
But they didn't teach us that in health class. They just threw us some rubbers and said, hey, try not to get pregnant. And then if you do, just go, get an abortion. That's a procedure, right? No? Wait a minute. All my education has gone lost. So you're telling me there's a life in there?
You wouldn't want your daughters to be burdened with a baby.
True. Because God knows you can't ruin college because of a kid. You can't ruin your life. You can't throw it away.
Yeah, I mean, God, I know. I have 2 children, and they have ruined my life.
I know, man. Sorry about that, man. I've got a few myself, and they just make me miserable. You know what I mean? Like when my daughter came out before the show, I was just like, I was in tears. I was like, I have to feed you the rest of your life. I have to take care of you the rest of your life. I was so sad about that.
God, yeah, it's awful. Oh, wait a second. No. It's actually the best thing that ever happened.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
And
definitely top 3.
Gosh, have you seen, like, all over Twitter? Not all over Twitter, but multiple times on Twitter, I've seen people posting about how having a kid was one of the worst decisions that they've ever made. And it's like, you're a sick monster.
First of all, none of that is real. That is not even real. That is some dude in West Hollywood with a boyfriend named Kyle texting that. It's not even a real person. First of all, they're never verified people. The thing is, the people that hate kids have never had kids. That's what it is. 100%.
Well, some of these have been, like, legit people.
Oh, a kid worse in
Well,
my
like
life.
the ones that make the news, some random schmo saying that is not going to make, they're not going to write an article about him. But
Sure.
somebody who actually has,
Yeah.
a voice, not a voice, but like a following, let's say, and is legit saying that they wish that they had never had the child that they have.
Wow.
In public to millions of people. That's just gross.
Well, that makes that kid feel.
I know, it's so selfish.
It's weird.
It's so disgustingly selfish. Anyway.
Wait a minute, but that's Hollywood anyway.
Yeah, it is.
It's disgustingly selfish.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Oh, sorry. Hollywood. Wizardry.
Yeah. So first of all, rated R rating.
Yep.
Need consent of a parent to go see it.
Yeah.
Can still get an abortion without consent. In some states.
Okay, so it clearly had a huge, big media push like Captain Marvel, right? It's like
for sure. I mean, the
it's
marketing campaign got banned on all the TV stations.
Banned?
Oh yeah, banned.
It's America. We should have free speech. I mean, Twitter never bans people.
They wouldn't buy their commercials. They
Oh.
wouldn't buy them, or they wouldn't sell. They wouldn't sell them time to play their commercials.
Oh wow! I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Is it because they have an agenda?
It's because they're pro-woman.
Except for the women they're killing in the womb. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's it. I get it.
Yeah.
So no marketing, whatever. So it's a complete
yeah.
flop. Like nobody watched it, right?
No, actually, it made $6 million its first weekend.
What?
Which is like double what they expected to make.
What?
It actually had a higher per screen revenue than Captain Marvel did its first week. Let's see, there's even more.
Brie Larson, you're so awesome. Man, I'm so glad that she's Captain Marvel.
Let's see.
I like her.
And there's been a bunch of efforts to, and so they couldn't sell ads.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's rated R, so the viewership gets limited that way.
Yep.
But, at least there was still social media.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, what?
Okay, so the Twitter account for Unplanned, which is curiously unverified on the tech platform, now has 324,000 plus followers.
Oh.
Okay, so there's been a little bit of backlash. So all these efforts have actually worked in Unplanned's favor.
Oh, nice.
So they've got 324,000 plus followers. It's actually 65,000 more followers than the verified account for the Planned Parenthood Action Fund.
Oh, is that the organization we're forced tax-wise to pay into?
Oh yeah,
to
for
kill
sure.
babies.
For sure.
Oh yeah, great, sweet. But it's got more than
but
a
before
government
this
tax.
happened,
Okay, gotcha.
the Unplanned account was temporarily suspended.
Oh.
Okay. When there was a huge backlash, and then the account was restored, and Twitter said it was an error. Behind the scenes error.
Yeah, right.
Then after it was restored, folks attempting to follow were unable to do so, or those who did follow were quickly removed from the account.
Huh.
Again, not intentional on Twitter's end.
Never.
There's apparently a glitch. Okay.
Well, it's got to be real if Jack Dorsey said it. I mean, he was on Joe Rogan, so.
Oh yeah. Well, remember Tim Pool grilling him?
Oh yeah, the guy with balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like balls, big balls.
He posed this question: how many
Yeah.
grains of sand make a heap?
Oh yeah.
How many mistakes do they need to make before they realize maybe there's a systemic problem on their platform pointing in one direction?
Interesting.
It's very convenient for Twitter to say something happened behind the scenes. Trust us. I don't, he added.
I don't trust anybody, but yeah, you keep it, yeah.
He also pointed out YouTube's curious behavior when he tried to upload a video about, ironically, the censorship of Unplanned.
Wait, he tried to load a video about a movie that's being censored and exposing that it was being censored, and it got censored?
Well,
No way!
and I'm reading this from an article on the Daily Wire by Amanda Prestigiacomo. In an odd coincidence, This is him. This is Tim Pool writing. I made a video today about the suspension of Unplanned, and the weirdest thing happened, he wrote.
What?
YouTube didn't publish the video as scheduled. It kept giving me an unknown error when I tried to manually publish it. How odd.
Twitter.
Stop it. Get some help.
For sure.
Jeez.
Here's another thing. Abby Johnson, the former Planned Parenthood executive turned whistleblower upon whom the biopic is based, is still unverified on Twitter, even though she has applied at least a dozen times for the recognition. So too is the account for Ashley Bratcher, the lead actress who portrays Johnson in the flick.
Oh, that's weird. Interesting.
Again, all just a coincidence. No bias on Twitter's end.
What? Oh no!
So yeah, it made us. But despite all this, it made $6 million, over $6 million opening weekend. For sure.
I'm on fire.
It scored a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes and earned an A+ rating from CinemaScore. So this is what happens. They try to silence. They try to censor.
Sure.
And people are just done with that.
Yeah.
Hollywood's grip on the culture is slipping.
It's gone.
I wouldn't say it's gone.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of mindless people out there, so that's still like the Kardashians and stuff. But
it's slipping.
Yeah.
It's over 9,000!
I'm on fire with this right now. But yeah, I just think people are fed up. I mean, even on both ends of this, both stories we talked about today with Hollywood Mania that's going on every single day. Okay. People are fed up, and the equalizer always and has been the internet. It equalizes the whole playing field.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal:
the best invention.
Yeah, I mean,
since the wheel,
fire.
Probably.
I mean, come on, like. I mean, I guess fire was always there. Wheel would be the invention, right? Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
We harnessed fire.
Harnessed. But yes, anyways, I mean, it's the equalizer.
Interestingly enough, we harnessed fire to make wheels go automatically.
What?
It's called an automobile.
Automobile? Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, but those are bad. Green New Deal.
Okay.
You can't use those and stuff. Anyway, so my point is this. The internet equalizes the whole playing field of this because at the end of the day, we don't live in China. So, like Facebook's developing things to censor people in China and so on and so forth as we speak right now. Good job, Mark Zuckerberg. You have no soul. But, my point, as we kicked off. But the reality is this. It's an equalizer. You can shove crap down people's, faces. They don't have to like it. Dare I use a wrestling?
They don't even have to eat it.
And dare I use a wrestling analogy since it's WrestleMania weekend? But for many a years, they forced Roman Reigns down our throats, and all the wrestling fans collectively gave one of these and just didn't want to. This is not the middle finger. This is the PG-13. This is my ring finger that my ring doesn't fit on anymore because I have Shrek fingers. But anyways, they tried to shove him down our throats, and we rejected him. No, we want Daniel Bryan. It's the same thing that's happening right now. It's the same thing. You can push Hollywood till the cows come home, but eventually you're going to see that it's fraudulent. You can't develop a product that says that 90% of the consumers are evil, rotten, and bad because they have some form of morality. There's only so much you can take of that crap. When you're told that you're... Go ahead.
Yeah, this junk is bleeding out into other industries. The comic book industry is going through the exact same thing. I was just watching a video from Ethan Van Sciver on Comic Artist Pro Secrets on YouTube. Check him out. Give him a subscribe.
Yeah.
And there's all these editors and writers from Marvel and DC, and they despise us.
Yes.
They despise their audience.
Yeah.
And they don't want your money, which is why the comic book industry, the pro comic book industries are just tanking. Despite all the success of the MCU, the actual comics, nobody's buying them because nobody wants that crap.
Nope.
And they don't, you don't want our money? Okay, we don't want your stories because they're junk and we don't believe what you believe and we don't like that you despise us. Hollywood despises you.
They do.
They hate you.
They don't care about you.
That's why you don't get any stories about you.
Nope.
And freaking Chris
Yep.
Pratt. I said Platt. Chris Pratt mentioned that. And he's like, we don't see any blue collar stories because nobody here is blue collar. They don't understand. They don't know what that means. They don't like it.
Yeah.
And then he got lambasted, and he had to apologize. I guess there are some blue collar stories, and it's like, yeah, exactly. Ultimately, no. They don't. They call you flyover country.
Yep. Yep.
They only care about the coasts because the coasts are progressive.
So progressive. So fresh. So progressive. Intersectional. Yeah, they have no concept. I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is why there's a big backlash. You know what sells all the time in the music industry? Country music. Weird. You know what always sells? Because guess what? It's actually tailored to the actual people that want to hear that kind of music. Does that make sense? Like, the Netflix is killing the industry because it's tailor-made for an audience. A normal audience.
Well, any audience.
Weird.
They have stuff for the progressive.
Yeah.
And they have, 90s Friends, which is not progressive.
Ross has a transgender dad, and he actually makes fun of him for it. Oh my gosh!
No, that's Chandler.
Oh, Chandler, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Ross and Rachel are Jews, so I mean, they kind of mixes. They kind of. But anymore, they hate Jews on the left too now.
Apparently.
Thanks, Omar. But like it's how it goes. So here's the thing: like, there's people. The internet is equalized. It's showing you the dollar bill is showing you the direction that Hollywood's going. But the problem is they have so much arrogance. They have so much. They're so self-absorbed. They don't see that it's crashing into the walls. They see the iceberg and they're letting the Titanic just fly into it. Eventually, there's going to be a point when content. I'll give you an example. TikTok, good old TikTok. I talk about it a lot lately. Okay, I see why it's blowing up. It is not PC at all on that bad boy. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? There's a running gag, and it plays this music. It plays Katy Perry's Dark Horse. And the actual original video is girls, like, they look haggard and terrible and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you're with her now? Well, let me show you what you're missing. They cover the camera and then they reveal that they're really beautiful, blah, blah, blah. The parody of that, which is absolutely hilarious, is dudes, like standard white dudes, are like, oh, you're with him now? I'll show you what I'm missing. And then they cover the screen and then they reveal, and it's like a black dude with like ripped abs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Mm-hmm. I saw a video the other day of a girl doing the cotton swab of the DNA test and stuff like that, and it's like, your DNA came back and you're 100% Asian, and she did like stereotypical Asian things for 5 more seconds. It was hilarious, and she was an Asian. It's funny, it's hilarious, and there's a reason why they don't like TikTok, because TikTok's doing this to the progressive agenda. It's weird. That's why they hate it so much. And this is the thing you gotta ask. The things that the mainstream hates are usually the things that are good. Think about it. Does the mainstream really hate ISIS? Do they hate the religion of peace? Do they hate the extreme? They always demonize America because America's the bad person, and this is why these terrorists are attacking us. Who do they really hate in the mainstream?
Nonsense.
They hate Christians.
Mm-hmm.
They hate Christians. You know why? Because we're actually on the right side of history with a lot of things. Now, don't try to lump me in with Catholics. We didn't do. Don't lump me in with it. Yeah. Just like I don't lump white people for the 1% of the white population that had slaves back in the day. I love that meme. Did you see that online? That was so good. That was such a good percentage breakdown.
It's true.
But we don't lump like the reality. I lost my train of thought. I was so excited about that. Sorry. But like at the end of the day, like anything that they reject, anything that they hate, probably is on the right side of things. They hate pro-lifers. Think about it. They hate people that want to save babies. They hate capitalism that created one of the freest, best societies of all time.
That made them millionaires.
They hate white people. 60% of America's white people. They hate dudes. The guys who fight wars, protect society, are a big part of like procreation and family.
Half the world.
Make up half the world. Just, it's opposite. It's bizarro land. And you gotta wake up and see this. It's bizarro land. Whatever they say is good is probably not good. Intersectionality isn't inclusive. It's actually, it segregates. It's the opposite of what they say it is. It's the wizardry of things that they do. My hand gets crazy when the wizardry happens. Sorry, I didn't mean to smack it. But that's the reality of the situation. They're going to pump crap art to you. That's not art. That's not even good storytelling. It's not. They're going to pump that to you. But then they're going to get mad at what was the movie where everything was quiet and they were hiding from the monsters that could hear them and stuff like that.
Oh,
it's on Hulu right now. Yeah,
Place.
they hated The Quiet Place because God forbid there was a strong male lead. And God forbid there was a nuclear family together. And God forbid the lady tried to protect her unborn child. Whoa! Hate that movie.
Yeah, the only babies that matter are Beyonce's babies.
True. Because Beyonce, you know.
Well, I mean, it's only a baby if you want it.
Gets a paycheck from the CIA. But, you know, whatever. No big deal. Look it up. Don't trust me. Just don't trust me. Don't trust me. Look it up.
I don't.
Look it up. But anyways, my point is this: the things that they elevate are not the things that they're not positive things. The mainstream never takes you to positive places. They never do. It's all about division. They're like, oh, we want racial unity. They don't want racial unity, man.
Not at all.
They don't want that at all. They actually don't want you to be wealthy. They don't
just
want that.
Vengeance.
100%.
When it comes to race, they want vengeance.
Yeah.
Because they want to incite. They want to stoke the fires of vengeance. Okay.
So
of envy and vengefulness.
Covetousness.
Yeah, covetousness. So that they.
It's one of the Ten Commandments.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the base ones.
They want to stoke those fires because a divided nation is a conquered nation.
100%. Glenn Beck, and I hate to say this, he had the.
You always do this.
I just can't do it.
You're so.
It's like
I hate to say this. I hate to say something about a fellow conservative.
Here's
I hate to say something good about somebody who pretty much believes everything that I believe.
No, I mean he doesn't believe everything that I believe. But
I'm
just saying.
That's why I said pretty much.
Okay. I'm just saying. Great golf fix. Okay. All I'm saying is this: it's like that on again, off again girlfriend that you have in high school forever and ever and ever, and you know it's horrible, but you get back together for a couple weeks, and then you fight, and then you break up again, and then you get back together, and then you fight, and then blah blah blah. That's what it is with Glenn Beck with me. Okay, that's what it's like.
Okay,
I'm just telling you. But anyways, he had a document from the 1963 from communist Russia, and it literally laid out all the tenets that it would take to break down America, because America's never gonna. If you try to straight attack America, you're going to get rocked. It's just how it is, man. America, F yeah. But you have to erode America. That's how you have to do it from the inside. And there was a lot of things. I'll have to post it on our Soch. But he made a lot of good points. And a lot of it is a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. That Americana is evil. Americana is bad. Erase history. Whitewash history. A lot of these tenets of communism, downplaying capitalism, downplaying the good things that America's done, only focusing on the evils. This is what the media does. And this is what they try to project onto us through their quote-unquote art form. And this is why we're rejecting it with Netflix, with YouTube, with Hulu, with all these other features, with movies that are not mainstream whatsoever. Because I didn't see a single... you see a single movie trailer for Unplanned?
Not at all.
Not one bit. Saw it on the Glenn Beck show.
Yeah.
I gave him love. Glenn.
Hey, let me ask
we'll
you
see
a question.
You soon. Yeah.
Did you say you're going to post it on our Soch?
Our Soch, bro.
Get out of here.
I'm so TikToked.
Get out of here.
Bro. WTF, bro.
Get out of here.
WTF. WTF.
All right, well, thank you for watching.
Bye. See you later. Bye. Thanks for having us on, man. You like my Gomer Pyle voice? You like that one? Oh, great. Golly, man. This is great. It's been a good show. I said Soch, so I lost a man card.
You're good.
But listen, man, Hollywood sucks, and we know it, and it does, and we're just going to keep pointing it out every single day. We're going to keep pointing out their fraudulent morality. We're going to point out their hypocrisy.
We drop those elbow drops.
We're going to call out every time Melissa Milano says that Kavanaugh's a rapist, but Joe Biden, he's all good.
Gonna get him in that German suplex.
We're going to call out every time that Whoopi Goldberg says that every woman should be believed, except for the girls that Biden was talking about. I mean, we're going to call this crap out because it is what it is. We're going to call out the fact that they claim morality but slay babies. We're going to call out they claim morality and they get divorced every 3 seconds, and they do things that are completely immoral all the time, which create envy, covetousness, greed, jealousy, all these things that have nothing to do with God whatsoever, and that elevate, one might say, a guy named Lucifer. But anyways, we're going to call it out every single time. And the best thing that we can do to counteract it is things like this, like we're doing right now. We're bringing you content right now. We're not on any mainstream radar whatsoever. Soon we'll be on, we'll be on The Blaze. We'll eventually be on Daily Wire, man. We'll be contributors. We'll work our way up there, man. Mark my words, we'll be on Tucker one day. It'll be great. I can't wait for Tucker to just be there like this. We could be like Silky and whatever. What's her name?
Diamond and Silk.
Diamond and Silk. We could be like Darky and the Jew. Darky and the Jew, man.
Darky and the Jew.
That's a joke, libtards. But anyways, yeah, look, there's going to be a point where we're on there, and this is how we combat this: with truth, with humor, with insight, with morality, with truth. We're going to bring that to you on Plausible Foolishness. Yes, we get foolish. We say ridiculous things. We let this happen.
I don't like 'em putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
But we're always going to tell the truth about reality, about America. I hate to steal the damn Bongino thing, but that's what we're going to do. Because that's what we're about. And this is the revolution that Hollywood does not want. Because they can't control the narrative. Even when they try to, sigh up and bring good old the DOJ in there to bring awareness to their cause. They can't make us think that way anymore. The internet has equalized the playing field where we can see movies like Unplanned and enjoy them. And even though they're rated R and they're completely censored, we can still get the message out. Because guess what? The abortion argument is dying very slowly. I mean, the pro-choice, it's dying. I mean, it really is. Slowly. But the problem is that's happening. Babies are dying too. And we've got to try to get the minds changed.
Too many
with this.
babies.
Too many babies.
Way too many.
So here's the deal. I don't ever see Roe versus Wade getting switched over, but man, heck, if Georgia decides to do a heartbeat bill, awesome. I think Ohio's already implemented. I think there's a lot of states that are starting to go that way, and hopefully Florida joins soon. Hopefully DeSantis, we know you're watching. You know what I mean? Stephanie Murphy, we know you're watching here in Orlando too. Come on the show whenever you want, Stephanie Murphy. We like you, even though she's a Democrat. Well, I like her, but anyway, it's like we'll try our best to push that here in Florida, to save lives. Not because we're trying to control bodies or control women. It's because we're trying to save bodies and save women. It's crazy. And men. I know those dastardly boys. But think about this. That's what Plausible Foolishness is for. That's what alternative media is. And that's why we're giving it a big, the Hollywood. And again, this is not a middle finger. This is my ring finger and stuff. PG-13. Rated R is going to be on the 5th degree and stuff like that. But it's been a good show, bro.
I agree.
Fire it up. You know what would really set this whole mood off, right?
What's that?
I would love to see Pocahontas on the screen.
Okay.
Bye.
Why did it not come up?
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Oh, that's why.
What happened? It's all good.
I got it. You got to figure
it out? Have a good week, guys.